Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel, man. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping these guys from rewriting history, man, holding these guys to a standard. And in this video, man, we're gonna talk about Kevin Durant, man. We're going to put Kevin Durant once again. We're going to set the record straight in this clown, man. Kevin Durant, I don't know who he thinks he is, but this dude really thinks he's somebody. He thinks he's better than everybody in the world. These guys, man, we're going to talk about how Kevin Durant once again exposes the problem with a lot of these NBA players, man. We're going to talk about in this video for real, man. We're really going to talk about it. Because these guys, man, they got some nerve, man. The way that they talk down to the fans. I'm telling you, man, it's disgusting, man. We're going to talk about this video, guys, because Kevin Durant, he was tweeting some nonsense out there. If you guys don't know, go Google or whatever. Check out Kevin Durant's tweets. He's been going back and forth on X or whatever it's called now. And we're going to talk about this video, man, because it speaks to a bigger problem with a lot of these players, man, that I've been talking about on this channel, man. And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel, man. I am truly, truly humbled, guys, by all support, for real. It means a lot. I'm truly, truly humbled, man. You guys been liking my videos. Like I said, subscribing to my channel. You guys sharing your stories with me. You guys sharing the info, man. So shout out to my man. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to my man CP who sent me this. He emailed me and the information about Kevin Durant and the tweets he made. So shout out to the subscriber CP. We're going to talk about this video, guys. Because this man, Kevin Durant, yo, no respect for this dude, man. He's a straight clown, man. And I'm going to, you guys know the deal. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. Hold on, guys. Because we about to go in right now. This dude, man, this dude Kevin Durant got some nerve, man. So once again, shout out to the subscriber CP. If you guys don't know, I guess Kevin Durant, I don't know if it was last night after the USA had won the game against Serbia, or whatever it was. He had went back and forth on X, Twitter, whatever it's called now. And he was tweeting back and forth with some of the fans. Nonsensical tweets, man. Like I said, I don't have the things word for word. I didn't write this stuff down. But go Google it, what Kevin Durant actually said. You guys can find the tweets that he actually sent out and the things he actually said. And this man, I tell you right now, this is the problem. He exposed himself yet again as being soft and sensitive, not being able to, just ignore this kind of stuff. My goodness, Kevin Durant, you've been in the league, what, 15 years? How many years have you been playing in the league? And you still you haven't learned to ignore this nonsense and let people say what they want to say. If it's so irrelevant, if we're so irrelevant, because this is the kind of things that Kevin Durant was saying. He was talking about Nuggets fans and how they ain't worth a damn. He was talking about them rooting for Jokic and rooting against the USA. And then he was basically talking about how our takes don't mean anything. The fans mean nothing. We mean nothing. That's what he said. And this speaks to a larger problem that I'm always talking to you guys about in this channel. These guys lack integrity. They lack honor, they lack class, and they don't have the respect of other grown men. We're talking about grown men. At the end of the day, the bottom line is, we are all grown men. At the end of the day, man, that's what we are here. These NBA players, they really believe that they're somebody different. They think they're better than me and you, than the commoners out there, that they're more of a man than us because they have a lot of money or they play professional basketball. That don't make you a better man than me or anybody else. But Kevin Durant thinks he's a better person, a better man, because he plays professional basketball. So he'll say the fans' takes don't mean nothing, we're nobodies, all this kinds of stuff. Because once again, these guys don't have any kind of honor, no class. That's a classless statement. Go read what he wrote. Go read what he spit out. He's a clown, Kevin Durant. This is why I don't respect that fool. I tell you guys, he's soft and sensitive. The nerve of this man to come out there and say the fans' takes don't matter. Our takes is only takes that matter. We are the ones who made the NBA. Why are the NBA players getting paid all this money? They're getting paid all this money because of the fans. Because of the people that go out there and appreciate watching them play basketball. Why would you talk about our takes don't matter? As if we don't watch the game. As if we don't appreciate the game. Whenever people talk about these players on social media and people say crazy stuff, more often than not, we're critiquing what we watch these guys do. So, if we say so-and-so is a clown because he forms a super team, he teams up with another great player, we don't respect your championships. Those are the facts. Don't get mad about it when people say they don't respect what you did. Because you skipped the grind? You took a shortcut? You went about the easy way? When we talk about these guys flopping around, load managing, not showing that love of the game, not being true competitors, we're not talking about these guys hating each other. Kevin Durant out there talking about, yo, this is a brotherhood. Y'all always trying to play one player versus another. No, we not. We want to see you guys go against each other. We want to see the competitive fire. What's wrong with that? This guy, Kevin Durant, don't seem to get that. Ain't about you guys not liking each other. We want to see you guys compete against each other and show that love of the game and show that it matters by going out there and playing, not making any excuses. These guys are always making excuses now. But the bottom line here, guys, is Kevin Durant is a condescending dirtbag for the things that he said. I don't care about his skills on the basketball court. None of this stuff. The points he scored. None of this stuff, man. The hours he spent working on his game, that stuff is irrelevant if you're going to talk to people that way and carry yourself in that manner. I don't respect you then. I'm a man just like you, Kevin Durant. You ain't a bigger man than me because you play in the NBA. You got to be kidding me because you can play basketball at a high level. That makes you a better man than me. These NBA players, they really talk down on you. If you're a fan, like you don't matter. You can't have opinion on basketball. When you talk about someone being recognized as the greatest basketball player of all time, let's think about Michael Jordan. You think that Michael Jordan is recognized as the greatest basketball player of all time just because of basketball players saying it? No, it's also because of broadcasters and also because of sports writers. It's also because of the fans, the people. The people. We're the ones that are the majority. We're the ones that are watching what Michael Jordan did. So we said, man, this is crazy. We ain't never seen no one do this. It's the fans, the people. When you have a vote for something, it's the people. These guys out here act like we don't matter. No one ever said we could beat y'all in basketball. These guys make it seem like these guys out here in social media going to say that they could beat them one-on-one. And they really act like outtakes don't matter. They damn sure matter. How can we not matter for Kevin Durant to be so condescending to people? Condescending, guys, means to talk to people as if they're beneath you. Guys like J.J. Redick, LeBron James, when he tells you to go back to your boring lives, these guys look down on the common folks, the ones that are propping them up, that are giving them all this money. Where do they think their money's coming from? It's coming from the fans of the game. So how dare they act as if the NBA would be in existence today if the fans were not there? If no one wanted to watch the game, if no one respected the game, if no one loved the game, then they would not be able to make money off the game and support their families and build their brands and build generational wealth and help people. It's the people, the fans. We can talk basketball. Man, listen, you saw Gilbert Arenas. He's a clown. Once again, he talks down to people. He thinks he's better than me because he played in the NBA and I watched it growing up. So he'll try to critique the things that I say, but all he does is expose himself. Because I've always told you guys, just because you never played professionally, don't mean that you can't know the history of the game or learn about the history of the game. These guys don't care to learn about it, and they're disingenuous. They have no integrity, no honor, no class. That's the classist move by Kevin Durant. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tripping out right now. That's the classist tweets, man. I want you guys to go back and go check him out. What he said to the people. He literally said your takes don't matter. You don't matter. Talking about Nuggets fans. Talking about fans in general. Going all crazy. Asking one person, where are you from? It's always who are you? Kevin Durant. Who the hell are you, Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant, my man, listen. You're nobody special. You're not special. I don't know who told these guys or got in their minds that they're special. You're not special, man. You are not. You are a grown man just like us, just like me, just like other grown men. You're an adult. Act like an adult. You're a goof, Kevin Durant. You're soft, you're sensitive, you're a clown. And you cheated the game, man, by quitting on your team and taking an easy shortcut to win some championships that no one respects. And you've been salty and soft ever since. And you're always going after the fans in the Twitter sphere and all this other nonsense because you're a soft, sensitive clown. You have no backbone. You got all this energy for the fans out there, but you ain't got no energy on the court for the Phoenix Suns. You ain't got no energy on the court for the Oklahoma City Thunder to stick it out with Russell Westbrook. Right? You ain't got no energy to lead a team. You got no energy for none of that stuff. Make an all defensive team, ain't won an MVP in almost 10 seasons. You got all this energy to type out on Twitter all day. Gotta be kidding me right now, going after people mad because they say they got something to say. Who cares what they got to say? Be a professional, fool. These guys are not pros, and this is why you can't get behind these clowns. I'm always telling you, man, I try to get behind these fools, you can't get behind them. How do the fans not matter? It's the people. Think about this. If you had a big business, a big corporation, let's think about Disney World or something like that, or McDonald's, or one of these big Pepsi, whatever it is, Coca-Cola. How do these corporations become big? They become big how? Off of the people, the money that the people are giving them. The people. Some of these businesses, they could be shut down by the people. If you file a lawsuit against one of these businesses for something, right? What happens more often than not? They settle. Why do they settle? Because they don't want any problem with the people. They don't want the bad publicity, the bad press. People have power. The people. That's all America is. It's about the people, I thought. But here we go, Kevin Durant don't care about the people like that. He don't care about the fans of the NBA. And then he'll try to act like the true fans aren't that way. But once again, what are we always talking about here? The true fans of basketball are talking about holding the standard. That's what we're talking about, setting the record straight. A lot of these clowns out here are the fans of his era, the fans of these new age players. So if he wants to be mad at anybody, then you talk to these new age clowns out here. Don't be talking down the old basketball, the old heads, so to speak, or true fans of basketball, the true fans. Kevin Durant be talking down to people, man, and talking as if the fans don't matter. He done lost his mind. You're a clown, Kevin Durant. You're soft and sensitive, man. Always going back and forth with the people. These guys, like, if we're rating a player, if we're ranking a player, if we're critiquing a player, whatever the case may be, man, this ain't personal with these guys. But once again, when I talk to you guys about respect on this channel, having integrity, honor, class, that's what we talk about man to man. You as an individual, a person, and why I don't respect some of these guys. Because they don't carry themselves with none of that respect. They don't earn the respect. So when these guys are flopping around, they're load managing. Someone like LeBron James is walking off the court early, and we're talking about LeBron James, and we're critiquing LeBron James. These are all facts right here. When I talk about I don't respect Kevin Durant's 2 championships on the Golden State Warriors, those are the facts, man. I don't respect that move. That was a soft move. If anybody doesn't understand that being a weak move, then you're the problem, not me. Because I got the facts on my side. What Kevin Durant did was, once again, skipping out on the grind, man, and taking a shortcut. And he knows that. That's why he got a guilty conscience. That's why he tweets about this stuff. That's why he goes back and forth with people. Because he knows he cheated himself, and he cheated the game. And don't know him respect that stuff. That's why he had his mama coming out to defend him. This dude's a clown. Had his mama coming out defending him. But here he goes again. After they come back and beat Serbia, he wants to go and muck it up with the fans on Twitter, talking nonsense, and then saying that we don't matter. We're nobody. No, you're nobody, Kevin Durant. Who are you, man? Who the hell are you? You're a basketball player, man. You guys need to slow the hell down. These guys really believe that there's people that they're not. They really believe that they're better. I can't believe that these guys really believe that they're better, they're special than me and you. They're not better than me and you guys. They're not. That's why when Gilbert Arenas comes on that Sunday live show and he starts talking crazy, that's why I would end the way I did. And some people didn't understand why I was yelling and going crazy. Because I'll be damned if I have some clown like that never stands on nothing, that flip-flops his words all over the place, that continues to tell lies and make up stories and stand on nothing. I'll be damned if I have some fool like that come on the Sunday live show and keep yapping and avoiding answering questions. Can't answer nothing, can't explain nothing. This man's a straight certified clown that's only there for the views, the clicks. That's it. He's there for hot takes. I'm not going to sit there and listen to that fool. And once again, I have to respect him because he's not better than me just because he played in the NBA. Just because you play don't mean you know the history of the game better than me. Because these guys don't care. They don't want to learn about the history. And they're disingenuous. He's not genuine, Gilbert Arenas. So why should I respect him as a grown man? Don't matter if he's a basketball player. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything, guys. It means that they're great at basketball. We respect them for being great at basketball, but that does not make them a better person than you. The condescending tones of guys like Kevin Durant, all these, it's been for years he's been talking down on people like this. Yo, I'm KD, y'all know my name, yo. Dude, stop it, man. What do you weigh, 140 pounds, man, soaking wet? Stop it. It's your bird chest. Guy can't even do 10 push-ups. I guarantee this dude can't do 10 pull-ups, man. I guarantee he couldn't do it with them frail arms. Kevin Durant out there talking on Twitter. He's talking to the fans as if the fans think that we think we're tough because we talk trash to these players, or we talk about these guys, or we critique them, or we hold them to a standard. He think that we talking tough, man. This ain't nothing about being tough or fighting somebody or beating somebody up. It's about y'all not representing out there on the court, not living up to that standard, man. And when people get called out for that stuff, he can't take it, Kevin Durant. You ain't gonna do nothing. What you gonna do, man? He talking tough on that. He was gonna do something. Oh, y'all talk with your chest out on Twitter and on the keyboards and all. Then stop it. You're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. These guys they don't get it, man. JJ Redick, Gilbert Arenas, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. A lot of these guys that talk about the fans, they talk down on the fans. They talk down on people. We're people. Just like you clowns. And the fans, the people matter. They have a voice. We're the ones who determine who the greatest of all time or not is. When they put them votes out, those are the people voting on it. It ain't just NBA basketball players voting on these things. It's the people voting. Put a vote out. Put a vote out, a worldwide vote. Those are the people voting. Put it out right now. Put it out. Who's the greatest of all time? The people will tell you. The people will. Not some select group of individuals. Oh, your opinion don't matter. You ain't playing the NBA. No. The fans. These guys got a problem with people being fans. So you're telling me as NBA basketball players, they were never fans of the game? You were never a fan of the game? I don't understand what these guys have a problem with being a fan or people who are fans. All of us that are fans, or a lot of us, most of us, play basketball in some capacity. Whether you played it in school, whether you played at a high level, whether you played on the weekends with your friends, whether you used to play outside with your dad, or you used to play during a barbecue with your family. You play basketball. You enjoy the game. You're a fan of the game because you enjoy the game, right? There's nothing wrong with being a fan of basketball. That's how we all are. You're playing the game. You love the game of basketball. You're a fan of basketball. That's what made you play it from the start. Maybe you saw someone playing basketball when you were a young kid. Like I said, maybe your dad was playing and you watched him play. And you became a fan of basketball by watching your dad play. And then you started playing. There's nothing wrong with being a fan of basketball and having an opinion. These guys get mad at the fans critiquing them and calling them out. We're calling you guys out. We're holding you guys to a standard. Don't be upset about that. You should want to be held to a standard. You should want to be held to the other all-time greats and the standard that they were held to. These guys never want to be held to a standard. They don't want to take no blame, no accountability. You can't say anything negative about them. It don't matter what it is. People talk trash in the stands. They get all emotional and want them ejected from the stands. These guys are a mess. These guys are a mess. They want all this money, but they don't want to take any blame, any heat, nothing. Just pay me all this money and just sit back and shut up and watch us play basketball. What? How dare us say anything? How dare us boo them? How dare us mock them on the internet? How dare us say crazy things about them? Oh, how dare you guys? Who are you? You're nobody. You're just a fan. No, you're nobody. Who the hell are you? I'm important to a lot of people in my life. I've done a lot of things for a lot of people in my life. A lot of other people have. These guys make it seem like you mean nothing in society if you're not famous. That's my problem with these clowns. That's how a lot of these guys come across. When he talks the way he talked, I'm telling you guys, go read what he wrote, what he said to these people. I hope it's still up there. It's disgusting, the condescending demeanor and manner at which he addressed the fans. For real no reason. These people didn't say anything crazy. It's insane for these guys to sit up there and act once again as if we're beneath them because we're not famous or professional athletes or we didn't play basketball on that level. It's insane for these guys to feel that way. And not only do they feel that way, they have no problem expressing it publicly, just putting it out there. Hey, you ain't nobody. You're nothing. No, these people are husbands, their fathers, their wives, their sisters, their brothers, their grandfathers, their grandmothers. They're people just like you, Kevin Durant. And if they want to call you out for something, if they want to have their opinion about something, if they want to say something, and once again, social media now gives them a platform to do that, then damn it, don't be all so sensitive about it, man. And don't try to act like the people don't matter, because the people are the only ones that matter. If there were no people here, then how would the world go round? If there were no fans of the NBA, how would you make money, Kevin Durant? If no one's buying your sneakers, those are fans. Those are fans, Kevin Durant. And you're going to sit there and say that they don't matter? You sound stupid. Stupid. And once again, not in touch with reality. Just because someone critiques somebody or doesn't like a certain player or calls someone out doesn't mean that their opinion doesn't matter. Doesn't mean that they're not a true fan. Once again, I'm a true fan of basketball. When I do on this channel for Michael Jordan, the 80s and the 90s, the guys that I grew up watching, like I always tell you guys, I'm holding it down for all those guys. It ain't just about Michael Jordan. That's why I mention other players' names on this channel. I do videos about other players on this channel all the time. It's about representing the entire era. Because the people today, the ones I'm always telling you are not real fans, the ones who are fans of just players like Kevin Durant, they're the ones that are crapping on the past eras. These guys today, these players today, they don't seem to get that. They don't know who the real fans are. That's why I tell you, a lot of these guys' popularity ain't real. They're fans, the people that Kevin Durant's talking about, those are his fans. They're only fans of Kevin Durant. They're only fans of LeBron James. I've told you that. These guys will get all emotional and cry in your comment section. They don't care about basketball. They don't care that the past eras are getting torn down. How can Kevin Durant act like the fans don't matter? And the tone and the way he spoke, like I said, man, I'm embarrassed for him. And I'm disgusted. Because the fans do matter. We matter. Once again, I don't understand. This is why these guys have gone on YouTube now. This is why these guys have their podcasts. And they'll attack the fans on their podcasts. And say, oh, man, you guys are just fans of one player. What are you talking about? That makes no sense. We're fans of basketball. Y'all don't even play with the love of the game. Y'all out there just for the money and the fame, man. It's crazy for Kevin Durant to say those things to the people, man. Just because, once again, they might have said something on Twitter or they posted something on social media. Like, give me a break, man. Going to the Denver Nugget fans, and like I said, and telling people that you don't matter. Your takes don't matter. All these shows you see on TV, Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, all these guys you see on TV, they're fans of the NBA. They're fans of basketball, are they not? But all these guys do is continue to come on TV and tear down the league. Tear down the league. But they're fans, though. It don't make no sense, man. It's crazy, like I said. We matter. The takes matter. Well, we have the same matters because, once again, we're the ones watching the games. We're the ones spending the money. We're the ones buying the sneakers and all that stuff. It's the fans of basketball. These guys don't want to be held to the standard. That's the problem for these guys. They get all sensitive, man, when you call these guys out. Do people say crazy things? Yeah, man, there are some people out there, they're saying crazy stuff, man. But the people I'm talking about, people like me, man, we're the legit fans. We hold you guys to a standard. No one respects your championships, Kevin Durant. I don't respect LeBron James and a lot of these other guys because of the way they went about themselves. They don't hold themselves with the honor, the integrity, the class. Those are classic statements from Kevin Durant. You guys know the deal. You know what we stand for on this channel, guys. We're all grown-ups here. We're all adults. We're all men. Men. You're not better than us, Kevin Durant. You're not better than me. I matter in this world, in society. I contribute to society. Once again, I'm here to inspire the people around me, right? Inspire my family. I don't understand how these people really believe because they're celebrities, they're famous, they have a certain amount of money, a certain amount of cachet, that makes them better than the every person, the everyday man or woman. It doesn't make you better. Being a decent person, that's what you should be concerned about, Kevin Durant. And those statements you made, those did not come from a person that seemed like a decent person, a high-class individual, someone who carries themselves with any kind of honor. To talk down on people in such a condescending way because you are who you are and you can't take some people saying something, man. Get out of here, man. I'm so tired of these guys being so sensitive from someone saying something and these people thinking that they know more than us or they're better than us. It's an absolute joke, man. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.